Okay, well, first of all, hello there YouTube, it's me, I am Davros and I'm a Whovian. And, well, this week it's another chapter. So, chapter 4, the Village of Angels. So, obviously the Weeping Angels are back. We're in 1967, and before I go any further, there are going to be spoilers, so a word of warning there. If you've not watched the episode, go watch it, and then we can get into some spoiler territory with me right now. So, we see Claire again, who we saw in the first episode when she blinked at the angel. It turns out she got sent back to the 60s and waited 2 years for the doctor. There was this professor guy as well that was, observing her mind, played by the bloke who's in Pirates of the Caribbean, who plays Mr. Gibb, if you're familiar with them films. Yaz and Dan end up in 1901 when blinking at an angel. Then we find out that the two time zones are colliding, and the little girl that they're looking for, because in this village there's a missing girl, turns out she's now an old woman in the 60s, and she sees herself, and that with these two time zones together. And we find out as well, as part of some ruse, these angels have been using Claire to get to the doctor, and they've wanted the doctor, and basically it ends on the cliffhanger where we see the doctor be converted into a weeping angel, which brings the theory about, are weeping angels fallen Time Lords? Because that has been a fan theory that's been going around for such a long time. This has just made the theory even more plausible. But I'm sure whatever's going to happen, it'll resolve itself, because you know what cliffhangers are like. I don't even buy into them anymore. I just think, it's a... thinking how are they going to resolve that, but somehow they get it resolved in the end. But yeah, what's going to happen next with the Doctor? What's in store for her? Because it turns out that the Doctor is the code to this division. So now we've got something about the division. Now, I have no idea what that is about, but we'll probably find out. But we also have a side story as well with Belle again, and the connection between Vinda. I don't really know what's special about them. We see Swan's sister again. No Swan this week, but yeah, we still a lot going on here. This whole episode has just been one big conundrum of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff, as Ten would have put it. We also get a guest appearance from former In-Betweeners actor Blake Harrison, who we all know was playing Neil Sutherland in the In-Betweeners. That was a surprise. I was like, hey, it's Neil. I mean, last series we had an appearance from James Buckley. This time we got Blake Harrison, so maybe we'll get Joe Thomas in the next series or something. I don't really know, but yeah, this episode was mental. It did get a bit complicated a few times, a bit hard to work out. I mean, I've literally just finished watching it, so I'm still processing it all in too. But yeah, I thought this was probably the best one of this series so far. I mean, the Weeping Angels are a unique monster in the show. They definitely left their mark ever since a period in 2007. It's just been so crazy, this series, with it being the Flux, a 6-part continuation. But yeah, during the credits as well, we get an interruption with the side story again, where Vinda, he finds a recording from his mate Belle, and he goes out to look for her again. So basically, we see the side story with Belle and probably post-Flux or something, I don't know, but one of my negatives on this episode is that the side story, I thought I was enjoying the story at first, where it was like set in the 60s. Then, we just go into the side story so abruptly. I didn't like that. I didn't like how it put us off through that. But yeah, like I say, a lot going on in this series. A lot going on in it. Has been a crazy serial. The Flux. So yeah, we're halfway through. We're 4 chapters in. We have only 2 more left. So next week is the penultimate episode of this current series. I hope it ends on 6 episodes because I don't want it to continue into these 3 specials we got coming in 2022. One, I believe, is coming on New Year's Day, not Christmas Day. So anyway, yeah, next week's episode looks interesting. We get the Ood, we get Kate Stewart. Yeah, so this episode has been so confusing. Well, not episode, the entire series has just been a crazy mashup of, like I've just said already, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. This Flux has obviously completely broken time and the universe in Doctor Who as we know it. So, yeah, all kinds of things are happening. The TARDIS is affected, that's breaking, the Weeping Angels. In this one they apparently are harvesting quantum energy, because that's what they feed on if you know your knowledge of them. It's just, like I say, time, the whole universe is falling to pieces, and it seems to be getting complicated and the Doctor's really finding things difficult and that. So anyhow, I think I've said all I needed to say on this week's episode. So my ratings, I will give the writing an 8, the visuals an 8, performances an 8, and my personal, I would have given that an 8, but given the side story and some of the complications, I'm going to have to give that a 7. So there you go. That's just my opinion anyway, so let me know down in the comments below. Have you seen this week's episode? Share all down in the comments below, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share with your friends. I've been Davros the Whovian, and this has been a Who Review, Flux Thoughts. So until next time, run for your life.